Let's look at our unordered list in more detail. So we already have an unordered list created. I'm just going to put a few more items in there so there's a little bit more. I've got that set up like a shopping list. Now what I can do here is I can set a style type for how these items are going to appear. So I can have them look like a bullet point, which is the default. I can change it to a circle, a square, or have nothing. Now the way to do that is in my UL tab, I'm going to go space, style, and style equals. And then I type in list style type, colon, and then I choose which one I want. So I could do DISC, which is going to be a bullet, which I don't really ever need to do because that's the default. So if I want to do a change, I might decide I want it to be a circle. And you'll notice now that they have turned into little see-through circles. Or I may want it to be a square, in which case I get that view, or I may decide I do not want anything, so none, and they disappear. So I keep it for the formatting. So I'm going to leave the style as circle for now. You can also nest your list items. By nesting I mean you can have list items sitting inside list items. So here I've got my unordered list. I then have item, 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 item. I might decide that I want to nest something in there. So under bread, I'm going to create another unordered list. And create two more elements. And I've said, okay, with bread, I want wholemeal and white bread. So I've got, as you can see there, some nested items underneath my bread. I've done that by simply creating another list inside my unordered list. So I'm nesting those items together. The last thing we can do is we can create our ordered or unordered list to be a navigational bar. And you see this for a lot of websites where you have a nice horizontal bar going across, which is set up for navigation. So I'm going to show you the CSS code required for that. To do that, I'm going to create a brand new unordered list. And I'm going to name these like you would see on a website. So home, about us, and gallery. Now I have my unordered list there. I'm going to delete this one for now, or just cut it out, because I only want the CSS to affect this list, which is going to become a navigation style. So if I go to my main.css, I need to think about my selector. So my selector is unordered lists, so UL. Now how can we make it look like a nice navigational bar? So first thing I'm going to do is set list style type as none. I want no margin and I want no padding. So I'm going to put 0 for both. Now overflow, I want to be hidden, so I will not see any overflow in my elements. And I'm going to choose a background color. So you'll notice straight away that I now have a background color. Next I want to change the LI elements. I want them to float left, so I want them to position themselves on the left. And we now see that they jump up and they now float left, one after the other. I now want to change the list elements and I want to change the A section of them. So in other words, the linking of them. Display as a block. I'm going to change the color to white so I can see that when they're a link. I want the text alignment to be in the center. This time I do want some padding. Choose 16 pixels and see what that looks like. And as we've done before, I do not want any text decoration. Next, I'm going to change the effects for the hover. So a hover. So what is the link's going to look like when I hover over them? I'm going to give it a new background color. Now, nothing looks too different because all of these rules are for links. Now, what I have not done yet is in the HTML, I've not made these links. So I'm going to go back to my HTML. So to make these now take on that CSS ruling, I need to make them links. And we do that the same way we created links previously. So I'm going to put a space in and then start my A space href equals. So where is my link going to go to? For now, I'm just going to say to go to the Google homepage. and then I'm going to close that bracket. After home, I'm then going to close off my tag. I'm just going to paste that into both of these and make sure I close the tag for both. So you'll notice we have a bit of a CSS navigation here, but my problem is I have to fix some of my colors up because I can only see the icon when I hover over. So I fix up my text there. Back in CSS. So in here, my issue is I only can see the text when I hover over. So to me, that means my text must be the same color as the background red. So I'm going to go to here where I have background color red, and I'm going to change that. I'm going to grab a different color, and you can see straight away I can now see my text. So when I change that, I now have a nice little hover over effect and a CSS navigation gallery using an unordered list.